like.
And he's a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Kansas City has like an entire lineup of like Sudeikis, Riggle, that Champ.
Yeah.
Champ! Him. There's there's like 5, 6 of them in the comedy world that are all.
But they either find.
All right, guys.
People always do like athletes.
We should be live. Let me
try to make
see.
them funny, which is even harder than comedians and try to make them knowing sports.
I'll tell you what, I've been trying to go to all the funny classes I can go to.
Come next time you're back, we'll bring you out to a stand-up show.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I would love to watch you guys do some. I'd love to watch it. I enjoy live shows.
All right, we are live.
Great.
Let me whore this out on the Twitter sphere, and we'll be good to go.
I mean, the fans are beating down the door just to get in.
Yes.
Couple jackhammers trying to get in this place. Are we live right now?
We are live, Pat.
Okay, so I want to send a thank you to you guys for the offer to come on this, and also your fans, who are an incredible group of humans. I want to let you know that they were tweeting me a lot. They were persistent. You guys got a good group of people.
We do.
And those of you watching know that this place is as hilarious as you could imagine. The Smut Studio is as hilarious as you could imagine. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
Like what
There's
was
a bed right there.
Yeah, that's what I always say to Annie. I'm like, we gotta
But it's a great bed.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank
very
you.
good
Thank you,
bed.
Pat. I
It's like
appreciate
too
that.
nice a bed for where it is, right?
No.
It's like a wood bed with like a dirty carpet underneath.
I think it's a good bed.
Thank you.
He's got a cable box poking out from underneath.
There's wires. I mean, it's exactly how I live, and it's exactly how our studio is. Our studio is a safety hazard times 1,000. So I respect this, and this is all you need. It looks great. I appreciate you guys for having me.
We're blowing out the wall. We're gonna move into the next apartment and have a double studio. That's why they're doing demo work over there. If you hear any banging,
You guys are expanding.
we're expanding.
Yeah. That's
Well,
exactly-
I've said so. Basically,
We plan on having the whole floor eventually.
yeah, that apartment is open, and so is that, and this has never happened.
So it's time.
So, 3 apartments versus 1, we could really do some damage here.
That's like having a studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
It's almost
gotta
like
set up
just
another
get
studio over there.
It's almost like just get a studio, but this guy's, he's committed to never leaving this apartment.
Oh, so this is an ongoing thing.
This is a thing. Like
Yeah.
he'll own the building before.
Yeah.
Like he'd rather just own the building and turn it all into a studio than work at Fox.
Is it because Smut Studio? You have such a investment in Smut Studio?
Well, I just went all in because at this
like it.
point,
I like it.
that's why, I mean, you can see, like, this is even still a work in progress. I just put the 2 TVs over there. I watch my NFL on Sunday there, or whatever it is.
You come over during the day. You come over during the weekday, by the way. He'll have 2 different soap operas going simultaneously.
Yeah.
It's General
Days of Our
Hospital and
Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Murder, She Wrote. What is the other one?
I don't know. I don't watch soap operas.
That's a lie. I feel like I just got
Yeah,
lied
yeah.
to. But
But
this
one-
place is incredible.
Thank you, Pat. And I appreciate you doing it because one of your fans who's also listens to our show tweeted at us and said, yo, he's playing Lamar Odom across the street.
Yeah.
So
You guys came by.
yeah,
I saw his mustache in the crowd while playing Lamar. I lost to Lamar Odom in horse.
Yeah, former NBA.
Are
All-star.
because we're live, but what are we doing here today?
We're just rocking and rolling.
We're just
Like,
riffing.
Yeah, let's go.
How-
We're already doing it.
Like, we're not doing an intro?
Pat McAfee, internet
If people-
entertaining legend, former Colts punter, soon to be stand-up comic.
Do you
TV
consider
host.
yourself a stand-up comic?
I've done stand-up comedy.
I know you have.
I don't think I'm a comedian, though.
Okay.
Strictly because I don't create. I just tell my perspective of things, and I can't repeat it, and I'm not. I don't have that ability.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of respect for comedians. I got a chance to watch a lot of people, but I don't feel I am a stand-up comedian because I don't do it nearly enough, if that makes sense.
One thing I'm going to say with the Smut Studio setup, just make sure the mic is close to your mouth.
We're right on it.
Yeah. Pretty close. You're doing good, but, it's, again, Smut Studio equipment.
I think this place is set up just like our studio. So I think you should be. I'm almost wondering why we didn't just get this type of place.
Whenever you're in LA, until you get all locked and loaded, this studio is your studio. You ever need to do anything?
I
here?
might move in next door.
Dude,
The apartment's open.
It's not too bad. They're redoing it. I think it's like, it's LA prices, but for location, I think it'll be like $2,000 a month for that studio.
This right here is $2,000 a month.
I'm in rent control, which that means I don't pay $2,000, but all the new people would. Does that make sense?
Wow.
So basically,
This
Indianapolis, what's $2,000 get you?
I bought my house for my house, they said it would be, I think, 15 times more expensive here in LA than it is
Wow.
in Indianapolis. So go at whatever 2,000 or 10 times the amount. So what is, you do the math, $2,000? This is probably a $200 place. This is probably a $200 place. If we just do the math that I was told,
Yeah.
that is what. But to be honest, this is a nice fucking spot. You got a great. This is really all you would need.
It's funny because
thank you, Pat. Because Joe, here's the thing: Joe shits on me, and it is funny at times. Like,
but your setup here is better than most people that I've ever seen. You have 2 TVs right here. You got a very deep couch. This couch, I don't know if I'd be able to get up every day out of it. It's a comfy couch. You got a better setup than most people.
I appreciate that.
No problem. And you got a picture.
I love
of
that you're
Buck
looking at
Scarborough.
me like I'm not responsible for everything that's happened. You should have seen the original Smut Studio.
Yeah, it was
like
bad.
a
This
fucking,
is his idea.
It's a homeless
Well, now,
town.
hold on a second.
It feels like this is his idea.
Yeah.
Hold on a
I was
second.
like, get your life together, get some new clothes, get a
Oh.
new fucking couch, get a rug.
I have a guy that works for
You
me.
know?
I had to do this too. I
Yeah.
bought him a pair of pants because he was wearing like pedophile
He
sweats.
used to wear cargo fucking shorts everywhere, and like
Oh.
I was like, what-
Okay,
I mean, what
I
are you carrying
changed.
ammo with you? Like, what? Like,
I'm carrying. I wear jorts, so I can't really judge you with your.
I heard you say during the horse event with Lamar today, you
Yeah.
thought your jort decision was
No, good.
Yeah.
These aren't my athletic jorts too. So I packed the wrong pair of jorts. These are a little bit of a stiffer brand, and it's not good. You know, it's
how
not good.
how often you rock the jorts?
Pretty. I mean, it's either. I mean, it's starting in Indianapolis. There was an ice storm and a snowstorm today, so probably go to the long pants on a more regular basis. But as soon as that thing cracks 60, 61, I'm in jorts probably all day.
George's the very Midwest thing, correct?
I think it's an American thing. Yeah, thanks for asking.
It's funny. I've never worn jorts in my entire life.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But you have that mustache.
I have the mustache, so
It
it's
would
like
look
that's
good.
my brand. Yeah, it would
But it
look
would
good.
look
But I
good.
can't go to a park in jorts in this mustache. Right? Like
I almost put them
True.
on. Pat, one of the dirtballs actually made me a pair of jorts and sent them to me in the mail.
Where they just cut jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made me a pair of jorts.
Yeah, like he's a tailor. Like he's a fucking tailor.
He wore a
Like he-
top hat.
Like
He wore a
spun
top hat
cotton.
and he did the whole thing.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
Pat, I'm sure, like for the people that don't know you on our show, obviously you were an NFL punter. How long were you in the league?
I was in the league for 8 years. I punted for the Colts. My rookie year, we were completely undefeated until we chose to lose
Right.
against the Jets.
Yep.
And then we ended up in the Super Bowl. We lost to Drew Brees, who's about to break every NFL record. And then a couple years later, we had Kerry Collins starting at quarterback at one particular point, and we're almost completely defeated. So I've literally got a chance to see like both sides. I had a fun time.
I mean, you were one of the original viral
Let's-
NFL guys. So
let's go.
these hits.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, that was a luck. I got very lucky. To be honest, I've had better because I'm kind of a bigger guy, right? So I'm 6'1", 240-ish. So I'm kind of a bigger guy. I grew up in Pittsburgh playing football a lot. Cincinnati. You played football growing up? I
Yeah.
assume, in the backyards.
I did. I went to
In the backyards.
a little back. I have 4 brothers, so
A lot of football.
big Catholic family. One of
Yeah.
those football. I went to an all boy. I went to actually Luke Kuechly's high school, St. Xavier.
That dude just flips the switch and becomes a lunatic on the field.
Yeah.
Nice guy, and then turns into a lunatic.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. But I played football growing up. Literally all growing up. Like just
Like what we were talking about when you were on the court today. We're looking at you, and you had a decent jump shot.
Good shot.
Like what
little windy.
what was your athletic what was your athletic high school career like? Were you
I played soccer.
soccer?
And then
Wow.
my junior senior year I played football. I got more colleges. I had more colleges looking at me for soccer than I did for football. So I had to make the decision to go do football because I didn't like running much. I got sick of running.
Yeah.
So kicking I thought would be a lot less. So we do that, and soccer was my main thing. It was everything until I decided to start kicking. I played volleyball in high school too.
Well, look, we gotta.
Men's volleyball.
We have to.
Would be a good photo up here. Our team
Yeah,
photo
we,
would look good.
we would love that.
We would love that.
Yeah.
It was me and my
Send us a
it
digital
was
copy.
me and
we'll
my
print it
drunk
out.
friends literally playing volleyball against other schools, and we're pretty good.
I mean,
we're pretty good.
talk about a wide array of sports for you,
Thank you.
and then to end up in the NFL. Like everyone's
And
dream.
then losing to Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
By the way, you gave Lamar all he could handle today.
Oh, run, didn't I?
We were saying you had a pretty good jump shot.
I mean,
should've won.
Lamar
I
was
should've
getting you on.
won.
Lamar was getting you on layups and like.
Yeah.
Technicalities.
Yeah.
It was technicalities, but I should have won that. I was up HO. I feel like I let a lot of people down there. Like I think my dad probably let down. You had him at HO, you know?
Yeah, you had him.
Yeah, I had him, and I kind of
You had a former sixth man, 2-time NBA champ on the ropes.
And I will never get this chance again. Never ever get this chance again. So now the story I have to tell forever is that I had him up HO and I lost.
But Pat, we should lead with the big story from that game. Was that before you got there, Lamar was practicing his shots with a homeless Venice guy with no shoes and one hand who had no clue who he was. And I said to Joe, that's Venice.
Yeah.
Like, it's 10 a.m. Not that many people were out because nobody gets up early out here. Everyone's lazy.
I've noticed that.
You notice that?
Yep.
It's not jumping.
This ain't the heartland.
We happened to wake up at the same time they all did, though, and we hit all of the traffic.
Yeah.
All of the traffic.
Well, you're going to hit the traffic going back no matter what time you go. It's
That's
just
great.
traffic all the time.
That's really good.
It's 100% of the time.
But Lamar basically warmed up for you with a guy that didn't have a hand and no shoes.
See, I showed up late because we were stuck in that traffic
Yeah.
we were just talking about. So I didn't even get to warm up. I didn't even know he was
But you
warming
came
up
out
with a
hot. You
homeless
came
guy.
out hot.
Yeah.
First shot went in.
Yeah.
Got real lucky there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of luck
The stroke
being thrown
looked
at me.
good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that. The outdoor court is a whole different ballgame.
Totally.
We
a whole
always
different
say
ball.
that when we play.
It is. It's a whole different ballgame. The depth perception behind it, because you got nothing. There's literally nothing there, so it's like you're shooting.
And then both corners are out there wonky because it goes east to west. So if you're on the west corner, you get the wind behind you. If you're on the east corner, it's in your face.
That's why I was missing
Throws
so
you
much.
off. Yeah.
That
You just got to go straight
Yeah.
on.
I just learned right now why I was like, normally the side shot's the easier shot because it's closest.
Yeah, but one side goes like the wind differential on both sides. That's why whenever
that
you're
makes
shooting,
so much
when you're
sense.
shooting from the top, it's in White Man Can't Jump. Wind pushes you about 6 inches right to left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
say that with the hand.
Yeah, because we get those onshore winds.
Yeah.
So as surfers
See,
now.
It's
See,
a
that's
whole
what it
thing.
was. He knows about that. He lives in Miami and LA.
Yeah, no, he
knows
doesn't know about that.
He knows about that.
Yeah.
When do you think, I was wondering when we were watching this, when do you think the last time Lamar,
Shot a basketball.
because
Yeah.
he looked, nothing against Lamar, his shot looked pretty bad today.
Whenever I showed up late and he came in and did his, I thought those were his first shots of the day.
Okay.
So they were rough. He was
Yeah.
getting rebound. They were rough, but he caught a little rhythm there. He started stroking a little bit.
Yeah, you could see when they went in like super clean.
Yeah,
You
and
know
when
what I mean? It's
he would start hitting like 2-3 in a row and warm
Yeah.
up. So it was like, oh, like this is why he was in the NBA and
Yeah.
I wasn't. Yeah. Well, and also
Right.
he's 6.
Yeah, one of his guys
Yeah.
was like, "Who you guys got in the game?" I was like, "I'm gonna take the gigantic black athlete."
They had a camera on you too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of his teams. He's like, who you got? Joe's like, the 6'11" black dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with him.
The NBA champion.
Yeah.
This is basketball. Yeah, we're going with the NBA guy. It was a
Now,
lot of fun though.
well,
Thanks for coming out.
I'm
Oh,
sure,
of course.
Pat. I'm sure
Mustache.
you've talked about it a million times, but like the decision to leave the NFL at
Yeah.
such a young age, when you can just stockpile money, like you can punt till you're still in plenty good punting shape.
If this all comes crashing down, hopefully I'll be able to punt in. I can't punt in the XFL because I have a mug shot. The AAFL, the CFL, the Arena League, anything like that. Hopefully I'll still be able to do that. I just didn't enjoy doing it anymore. I just didn't. I had my third surgery coming up in 4 years. So now I'm getting cut open again for another probably 2.5 months of rehab, 3 months of rehab, which is, it sucks. And I was enjoying doing the things off the field. So like a lot of philanthropy stuff I was really getting into. I was enjoying. I started a foundation with my dad. We were getting to work on it. Then doing comedy and telling jokes and just like kind of talking with my friends with podcasting. I was enjoying everything going on off the field.
Yeah.
So I had made enough money to take care of my parents, my friends, and I just got to the point where I was like, yeah, fuck it. The NFL I was very lucky to be there. I enjoyed my time there. And when I stopped enjoying it, I was like, I think it's time for me to leave. And that's kind of the way it went. I will have to work forever because of that. But it's like, I enjoy going to work. Like I'm talking to my friends. I'm not in a smut studio.
I mean, come on.
But I'm talking to my friends on a daily
No,
basis.
but you are in a smut studio. That's what I'm saying. If you were still playing right now, if you're punting, you're not in the smut studio.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if you were still in the league, right? If you hadn't retired,
I wouldn't be enjoying my life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't have been playing horse against Lamar
Right.
Odom. It's like I am looking for experiences more
Yeah.
so than anything at this point.
I think good for you. I think what you did is way more difficult and deserves more credit because I think because no matter the job, I think or even like in a relationship, people just do it just because that's what you do. Does that make sense?
True.
Like it's way more difficult to leave when you're still at the top of your game.
Yeah, the thing is you can get content, right? Like my mom and dad, a lot of conversations, right? Mom and dad had a lot of question marks around the decision of retiring because my dad enjoyed going to the games. He went to every single game. My dad was a truck driver, mom a secretary. Like we blue collar family, like worked. I made a lot of money. We made a lot of money together though with the whole process. So I like take care of everybody. So there was a lot of people that were involved in the decision making. My parents were very confused by it though at the beginning, to be honest. They were like, yeah, but look at like there was a lot of thoughts of like
I feel like it's a lot easier for the guy who's like a middle linebacker. It's like, oh, my brain's exploding. And I just want to like be able to save my life. And you're like, I got to go out there twice a game, Mom. It's hard.
It's not that it's hard. It was just like I wasn't enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
And what it does, if you want to be good, I was pretty good at it, right? You really have to like concentrate on it, like hard. Like my whole brain, my whole life was revolved around. I would tweet while laying in my bed, but my whole life was revolved around like, is this going to make me punt or kick a ball better?
Right.
Because I want to be able to talk, so I have to be good to be able to talk as a punter. And it was just like I just wanted to start directing my attention elsewhere.
So I have two questions in regards to punting.
Yeah,
one is, first of all,
I think you'd be a good punter, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Size.
Thank you. I have no soccer or kicking ability whatsoever.
That's good.
My dad, an Italian man, devastated that I was never a soccer guy.
You're an Italian, huh?
Yeah.
Me too. 0.009%. 23 and me.
Yeah,
We're probably related.
Somewhere.
The way my dad got around.
In the boot.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad's the man, huh?
Yeah.
His dad actually, I love telling this. His dad used to fit suits for Ewing.
Yeah, so I saw Lamar Odom's Ewing sneakers today, and I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, my dad's 5'7". So when I once went and watched him fit Patrick Ewing for a suit, and he stood on a table to measure his shoulders.
Oh,
that's awesome. It's hilarious.
That is awesome.
So
Lamar had size 15 shoes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can't shop with us.
No.
Can't shop with us. He gets the sales.
This is a big fucking feat.
You like the way fans get angry when a punter like shanks a kick or whatever. Like I always think it's so hilarious when people are like, you can't even fucking punt it right. Like what happens that makes a punt go just haywire? Like what happens when you just kick one like 14 yards?
Punting is it's like a sign. When I got drafted by Bill Polian, I didn't exactly know how to punt. Right. So I was a kicker in college, had a strong leg, wasn't the most accurate. I did the rollout punt, so it wasn't really NFL style punt. So punting is like it's a difficult thing to do. You have to have a strong leg, obviously. But if the wind turns the ball just a little bit, like you can hit, your foot's only this big and the sweet spot's like that big. So you're talking about a small space. It's like a golf swing.
Yeah.
Like what happens whenever somebody hits a shank? Like it's a minor miss, and there's only 32 jobs in the world because you can't suck at it. I've had plenty of shanks, and I had plenty of questions on why it happened. It's just because it's a hard thing to do. It is. But when you get back to people booing punters for shanking, it's like, as a punter though, when I go on the field at a home game, normally the crowd's booing.
Right.
Because the offense just failed.
Yeah.
So Peyton
You're
Manning,
the last person they want to see.
Peyton Manning or Andrew Luck just failed. Okay.
Right.
So I'm jogging on, I'm booing. At away games, it's a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I get a standing ovation. in other stadiums.
You walked out, you're waving.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Great.
Into punt, Pat McAfee. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love this place. So it's like it's an interesting position. It's
and
a very
the
interesting
other
position.
question I have is because you're a smart guy, so I'm sure you knew the rules, but I watch NFL games sometimes, and the guys who are on punt coverage, I'm like, teaching special teams must be like teaching special ed.
Oh,
like,
boy.
Don't touch it. Don't kick. Like,
don't block in the back.
Don't go into the end zone and kick. Like, the guy standing on the goal line.
Yep.
What is it like? Work with
can't
those
run
guys?
out of bounds. Before you tackle somebody.
But it seems like every other punt, somebody fucks something up.
It's because you're talking about the bottom of the roster here playing special teams. So some of those guys you're watching play literally got on the team on Friday.
Right.
Okay. So these guys, if you think the reason why special teams is awesome in the NFL is because to make it to the NFL, you have to be the best player at your school. You have to be the best player at your position, but you're not good enough to be a starter. So you're going to play now special teams, which you've never played in your entire life. You're starting a linebacker. You were never on a punt team on your high school team because you were too important.
Right.
College, you're too important. But here, you're not better than our starter, so we want you on the team still, so you're going to be on the punt team. So these guys have to learn an entirely new game of football, basically, when they get to the NFL. And there is a lot of room for fuck-ups whenever people are running at that high of speed.
That almost explains, like, the Steve Tasker types. It's like, he probably played special teams his whole life.
At some point.
and then was also doing it in the NFL. It's like, no, I get all the rules.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But all the other guys, they're the superstar. So you're not going to put your superstar on special teams.
Right.
So then they get to the NFL. It's like, yeah, you were a superstar, but here you're our third stringer. We would like you to play special teams. It's like, well, I want to make a living. So guys, it's just learning in a whole new game of football. And there's a lot of dumb rules too. There's a lot of very stupid rules in special teams. Very stupid. Very stupid.
They make the game too complex.
Yeah, like gunner, if the gunner can stop the ball before going in the end zone, whether he steps in the end zone or out of bounds or not, like what the fuck are we doing? Let him do it.
What does that
Right,
matter?
right. Yeah, yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let him, if it was my job to punt it,
And then
there,
in college, you can stand in the goal line,
yeah,
but in
but
the NFL,
ball
you can't.
Yeah, it's just like it was my job to punt it close to that goal line. It was his to stop it. Like, why do we got to not let him?
Are you as a punter though? Obviously, you don't want this to happen because it's not good for your team. If one, let's say a Devin Hester type or whoever, one of the best return men, when they break loose, are you in a way though kind of licking your chops like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker? Because if you hit him or if you get one of these stud return men, like that shit's going viral. Everyone's talking about it.
So I don't think that is the thought that like, oh, I know this is going to go viral, but it is for me. And this is a very selfish way to look at this. So my job whenever I went on the field was to set our defense up with good field position. So if I am in a position to make a tackle, I did not do well.
Right.
Did not
right.
do well.
You've already failed.
I've already fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to cost my team, my next contract, my future, and Pro Bowl probably possibilities here. So for me, it was literally just out of frustration of completely fucking up. To be honest, that's why I wanted to make like a lot of kickers don't like making tackles. I don't understand it because I would rather have a 20-yard or a 10-yard net after a long punt return than a fucking negative 45, which ruins your everything for you. So it's kind of for me, after the Trendon Holiday hit, I knew that the internet was going to like it. And while I was jogging on the sideline, because the stadium erupted, right? So anytime a stadium erupts on a special teams play, normally it's a big play. So I knew that the internet was going to like it. I feel terrible for Trendon Holiday. Anytime a kicker makes a tackle, that thing is thrown out there. And it's like, yo, Trendon Holiday does not deserve this. He does not deserve this. I got real lucky.
Because you sort of alluded to it before. It was like sort of a perfect storm situation, right? Like he's going so fast.
Yes.
You really don't have to do a whole lot to make him.
But also, I couldn't adjust. So, like, let's say my angle I went on was somehow a half a step behind where he would have been. There's no like me cutting there. I am on an A to B line right there. There is no adjustment. So it literally is just a lucky situation. It was a scratch off. I had a fucking scratch off on Trendon Holiday. That's exactly what it was. I got very lucky.
You know what they should do? They should add a challenge when they do the Pro Bowl stuff.
Yeah.
And the skills challenge.
Pro Bowl should be all skills challenge, by the way.
Right. What are we?
Don't even play the game.
What are we playing this game for?
Vote them in so they can have the honor of being a Pro Bowler because there's a lot of contract clauses on that and shit like that. So Pro Bowl is a cool thing to have. But if guys don't want to go, like, don't have them go. But if guys want to if you want to have guys come do like cool skills challenges, like it should be a Pro Bowl like celebration as opposed to that Pro Bowl game because it is. The fans don't like it.
Did you make
the
Pro
players,
Bowl?
a couple of them,
yeah.
Two.
Two of them?
Two.
When you go to the Pro Bowl,
retired.
I mean, to make a Pro Bowl and then retire.
Yeah.
Were the games in Hawaii when you were?
No, Arizona.
Some
we had
bullshit.
to drive 2 hours into the goddamn desert to practice. I respect the troops.
Arizona.
It was cold too. It was cold. It was cold in the desert. We just lost to the Patriots by 50 too in that like the week before the Deflategate game. So it's like I was like, God damn, like what?
Oh yeah,
that's right.
So that was your last year.
Yeah, and it went right from it wasn't. That was the first.
Okay.
That was my 5th year, I think. But we go right from Deflategate, getting our ass kicked in the rain, miserable weather, straight to the Pro Bowl. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then it was just like, getting to meet everybody was really cool. But it just turned into it was a work week. It was
what are guys doing during the work or during the week of Pro Bowl?
There's like all these events. There's
people partying.
So in Hawaii, there's supposedly there's this pool that it's an all NFL resort. So in Arizona, it wasn't an all NFL resort. There was other conventions going on too. So like JJ Watt had a miserable week. That guy would walk through the lobby and he would just get attacked. Luke Kuechly, your boy, was there. It was just like fans were showing up it was interesting. It was very interesting. But in Hawaii, they have this pool party, I guess, that everybody goes and has a good time. Like every night, I guess it's the thing. Arizona, No.
You're next to you're next to
It was,
Bob in there for some fucking car convention.
Yeah, it was. We did get drinks at like the lobby bar. John Dornbos was doing magic there, so there was some drunk magic happening, which is good. He goes on to almost win America's Got Talent. Then, but that's about it. Yeah, it wasn't the dream scenario.
You just talked about Deflategate. I always wondered from when the guys on the Colts, like how much did you guys were you aware of that during the moment? Like
no, we didn't. I don't even think to quote Jackson, who got the pick, even had a clue that it was happening, and he's the one that gave the ball. So I don't even think we knew nothing.
He wasn't like this ball's squishy.
Dakota didn't catch it and was like, you know what? I think they're cheating. Yeah, there was none of that. It was just that it happened. I don't think we found out until maybe we were on the plane. We might have been on the plane right home. Like I don't even think, and it had already been leaked out or whatever. And then it turns into that massive thing. We hated it because we lost by 100. So it was like,
it wasn't the balls.
Oh, so everybody, just like Trenton Holiday gets ricochet shots every time a kicker makes that. We were just getting ricochet shots because they were like, did it matter? They beat the Colts by 100. It's like, God, we got it. No, it doesn't matter, by the way. It does. We just moved past it.
Yeah. So that does suck.
Well, there was no reason for it. I think it got blown out of proportion. Everybody feels that way.
I feel like I always say it, it's like the reason it got blown out of proportion is because
Tom Brady.
They got caught again. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of the
scandal. And they were like, hey, you fucked us on Spygate. We weren't really even doing anything wrong. Everybody tapes everybody. Everybodycheats.com. And then it's like, oh, you got caught again. It's like, how many times, it's like.
We love the everybodycheats.com.
Yeah.
Like the fact that a Patriots fan made a site to validate.
See, I didn't even know that. I'm learning something.
Yeah. So there's a website called everybodycheats.com, which came out a few years ago. And it's basically a Pats fan made it to document all 32 NFL teams of using any instance, and they get very minuscule.
You got to respect it.
Yeah.
You have to respect that. You have to respect that guy or girl. I would assume a girl could be.
No, it's a guy living in his
stalking and obsessed. Yeah, that this is
his mom's involved. She's doing a lot of research.
She's making him the bagel bites.
Yeah.
That's how she's involved.
But it's like PI for the Patriots.
I always say Deflate. It's like OJ. OJ didn't go to jail for murdering two people. He went to jail for robbing somebody. But he went to jail for murdering two people.
And I think when the judge even sentenced him, it was kind of like in between the lines. Like, we feel like you have really
I think the number of days or months he got was like equivalent to how there was some relation to the original crime. But that's the thing, like Deflategate was because of Spygate. Like it was like you're getting punished for the last thing that you kind of got off on.
See, I didn't even think about that. See, here's me.
I just hate Patriots fans.
He's a New Yorker though,
I'm a Giants fan, so I love it when the Patriots go to the Super Bowl because I'm like, if we get there, we'll win. But the
Giants are in a rough, interesting world right now.
Yeah,
Eli all of a sudden comes out and starts balling against Nick Mullins.
Yeah,
all of a sudden out of nowhere, Odell Beckham wide open in the end zone again. And it gives you guys like a little it's like golfing. Like you guys hit that one good shot. You're like, oh, I want to go back golf because of that one shot. Is that what it's like? Or you guys?
Yeah. Well, my thing is too, I think the hot take culture of Eli Manning's washed. It's like, you don't just wake up one day and you're terrible at football. Like maybe the team sucks suddenly and he's also simultaneously declining. It's like
a couple variables.
Yeah. He's the same age as Rivers. He's the same age as Roethlisberger. They're from the same draft class. I don't think he woke up one day and just sucked at football. It's like simultaneously their O-line sucks. They don't have any defense.
McAdoo's hair.
Oh,
awesome.
My God.
Bro.
Best in the
world.
That
guy tried to ruin the mustache for me.
Where's
that guy?
You've had a mustache for that long. This isn't just like Movember.
Oh, yeah. No. I have a process because I just hate shaving. My beard grows crazy. So I just get a huge
Italians.
beard. Yeah.
See, that isn't the 0.09%.
I just shaved this yesterday because I had the full beard rocking, and I was like, I'm over it. Took it down to the mustache. Then we start over the process.
If I could grow that mustache, I would do it every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I would do it every day.
Joe grows it in like a week.
Yeah.
That's like a week for you.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Although when he goes to San Francisco, he really enjoys it.
Yeah. I rocked the Freddie Mercury up there. Oh my God.
That movie's coming out.
Gay icon.
The movie's coming out.
I think it's out.
The movie's out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
There's an Elton John one coming out too. Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, I did see that.
I did.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Elton John.
Is Jake Gyllenhaal Elton John? No.
Yep.
Is he?
Jake Gyllenhaal's Elton John?
I think it's a Brit.
I think it's Jake Gyllenhaal. I could be wrong there. I watched the video early this morning. I could be completely wrong, but that movie's coming out. Should be good. He got a piano for Christmas as a child. It was in the trailer. It
was?
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Was he wearing the duck outfit? You guys know the duck outfit?
Meanwhile, you got a 1 bar football helmet, and that's how.
I tried to get that my rookie year.
Did you?
I tried to get the 1 bar.
They
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
let you
give it
do
to you?
that?
No, you had to get grandfathered in. They had the rules changed.
Grandfathered in.
Yeah, if you already had it, you could have it.
You had to
Matt
show.
Barr had to bestow
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
you
It-
personally.
It was
You had to prove on 23andMe
Bro.
you were related to Robbie Roby, whatever the fuck his name is.
Reggie.
Reggie
Yeah,
Roby.
there was
Reggie Roby.
there was a legend punter. He had like, Paul Tuttle Sr.
No.
from Orange County
Oh
Choppers.
yeah, sure.
You know that, like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
This punter had the Hulk Hogan all white
Handlebar.
handlebar, and he had a single bar helmet, and he had it down, so it was literally just his face with like a beanie on. It was awesome, and it was that was the guy. I was like, I want to look like that.
Did you notice the Ray Guy frame jersey? The only punter in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
Until you
I'm
get
a little
inducted.
indifferent about Ray Guy.
Okay. Well, what's your deal? I don't know anything about him. Somebody sent that to us, so I put it up. What's the deal with Ray Guy?
Ray Guy's a legend. He changed the punting world for sure. But he was a finalist for his award. He chose another guy.
Oh,
wow.
It was home
Ray
cooking.
Guy was not the guy then.
Right? I'm a little indifferent.
Who
towards Ray Guy.
got it?
I don't remember. I don't remember his name.
But he was a Raider.
No. Ray Guy was friends with this kid's coach, like roommates or something.
Classic.
Like that. And they said it the night before at like we're having beers, and they said it the night before. Ray Guy said it to the kid, and I was like, I'm fucked. I know it. I absolutely know it. We weren't the
We're
right.
taking down the jersey the second you leave.
No,
we're gonna
no.
sell it on
He's
eBay.
a legend. He is
Yeah.
a legend. But it's he and I have a little bit of a beef.
So if you
He
want-
doesn't even know it, by the way.
if
It's
you
a
want-
one-way beef.
If you want me to light that on fire,
By the way, this is I feel like this is the next My Bookie horse event. Like you and Ray Guy kicking footballs into the basketball court on Venice Beach. or
I
something.
bet you Ray Guy could outkick me right now. I guess.
no way.
I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
I wonder how far you could punt if we put Pat at the end of where the water comes in. How far could he punt into the wind, into the ocean, right here in Venice?
Or how about out?
Yeah.
That'd probably be the way to
Give him
go.
some wind.
You can go
Give him some
out
wind help.
from there and try to. How far does it take? Yeah, definitely with the wind help. Yeah,
Yeah,
How mu-
maybe
like-
put him on a boat.
bro, I'm
kick into shore.
retired. The last thing you're gonna have me do is two things: kick laces and kick into the wind. I ain't never doing.
Okay.
That is Achilles' heel of.
So you're going with the wind.
Yeah, for sure.
It-
Yeah,
it-
I would like to go to bed happy. Yeah, the wind is a nightmare.
What's
How
the
far do you
stadium?
think
What's the stadium that the wind would kick your ass at?
Cleveland is the worst. That
Yeah.
place was terrible. That place was absolutely terrible. I almost quit football after Cleveland. I was like, I am not good enough because I wasn't that great.
I almost quit life after visiting Cleveland. So it
I
makes
actually
sense.
like the city more than I thought I was going to.
Really?
Grew up in Pittsburgh. I was told to hate Cleveland.
Yeah,
It's just the way it is.
sure.
Then you go to Cleveland. It's like a nice city. And that was back when LeBron was there, so there was some happiness. Now it's
What-
Baker and Greg
What
Williams.
would you say is nice about Cleveland? I find this interesting.
I thought it just looked a lot nicer than I thought. I thought it was cleaner, more modern than I thought it was going to be.
Well, yeah, they set you up with like the rivers on fire and everything,
Yes.
and there's just steam everywhere.
Yeah,
and, like
it's a nice place.
pollution.
I went to a nice dinner there. I enjoyed Cleveland.
We've
The
had this.
wind, though. not
Or
good.
I shouldn't even say me being a guy from Ohio. Joe has had this ongoing beef.
I wrote one tweet
With
and
people
the entire
from
state
Cleveland?
Ohio.
and the entire state of Ohio lost their mind.
Well,
I-
it's literally, you know how they have like Detroit versus everybody and Barstow versus everybody? Ohio, very much the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio versus
It was the
everybody.
most like softball shit joke too. I said tough year for residents of Ohio. LeBron leaves, Urban Meyer scandal. The whole time they've had to live in Ohio. And the
Oh.
whole fucking state was like,
Oh.
"Fuck you! You live in a fucking shit dump in California." I'm like, "All right, here's the picture."
By
of
the
me
way,
on the
that's
beach."
that's the thoughts that we have over there in the middle of America is that you guys are this. That's why I'm saying this is really nice because I think in my head, what I think of when my friends moved out here right after college, they were living in real shit boxes, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were flexing because they were on Instagram. You know, they were
Yeah.
flexing. This place is really nice.
it's the same.
It's the same thought about Ohio.
Yeah,
the way you
exactly.
view
Like
back
the river,
Ohio.
like we think the river's just always on fire, and people just think we're like Fletch, like we're just like living under the pier, like with homeless people.
By the way, there are people
Yeah.
living under the pier. right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably who had aspirations to have a smut studio.
Yeah.
They're living under that pier over there.
I'll tell you what, the one guy living under the pier gave Lamar all he could handle before you got there.
One arm. Yeah.
One arm and no shoes.
This is awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Dude, what do you got going on out here?
I don't know. So I'm here for the WWE.
Yeah?
I got NXT. I do a NXT pre-show. Michael Cole of the WWE is one of the first people from like a mainstream network I was like, yeah, I want you on a microphone on our network or whatever. I'm like, thanks, man. Like they're super PG. He was like, just don't swear. Like,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want. You can act however you'd like. Just don't swear. I'm like, we'll give it a go. I mean, we'll give it a go. We'll
How
see this.
difficult you think that'll be for you?
I've been on 4 times, so this is my 4th time. First time was very difficult. The first time was very tough because, well, if you're making a living talking into a microphone, and on the internet we have a lot more better rules. It's hard not to just let a fuck when you get comfortable on a microphone, just like blah 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 blah. But then we did a swear jar where I raised like $15,000 with my swear jar on my show. Yeah, we donated it to a kid named Jason.
We just did a swear-free episode, and it was like
last
like
week.
the whole thing. It was just slower and quieter.
It's
So I'm like,
tough.
don't get worked up, or you're gonna swear.
Well, it's not as genuine, right? Because your mind has to think of a response, so it's not just going. So it's the first one was a little difficult, but I've gotten the hang of it. I have like a FCC switch I've created, hopefully. I mean, I could definitely let one fly over there, though.
Sure.
I mean, that is a possibility, but I don't think I will.
And you're a big wrestling fan.
I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, I enjoyed watching I grew up in the Attitude Era where The Rock and Stone Cold were on TV every single week, and I was a young kid. It was awesome. So I've been a fan for a long time, and getting to meet Triple H and the whole business has been cool. It's been really cool. We'll see what happens. I'm looking to be the United States champion. I'd like to be your champion. Yours.
Really? Personally.
Your personal champion.
The Smut Studio or just me, Andy Ruther?
Well, this is you and the Smut Studio both technically in the United States.
Yeah.
I would like to be the champion of anything in the United States.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
What level
basically
is
the
that?
president.
Can we somehow incorporate Harambe into this?
Yeah, I see you got him above the bed there.
Yeah.
You got him above me here.
Yeah.
Cincinnati guy.
I can.
You know, he died in my hometown. He was murdered in the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah, he lived a great life until he got to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what happens to a lot of people. No offense against my hometown, but come on.
I love Cincinnati, man.
You like Cincinnati?
I do.
What do you like? What's like the biggest difference
The
between
casino, the fucking casino.
the Horseshoe Casino?
Yeah, live games. That's I go to casino in Cincinnati.
What do you play?
Oh, it depends.
Craps guy?
Oh boy, I will spend some time at a craps table. I will spend some time at a craps table.
They don't let you kick it.
No. But I watched a 6-minute video on YouTube on how to set the dice and how to throw the dice. And for some reason, I have an actual confidence walking to the table that I am going to do well when I get there.
Yeah.
And
Probably very similar to the punt, like just a little bit off here or there.
well,
gotta...
and then you got to make sure they don't spin before they hit it. And if they hit it square, it's just like a dead poop boom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an actual YouTube video. I watched 7 minutes. I've watched it 15, 20 times. Like
my craps is always like, I'm just going to go. It's going to be very aggressive. So 1 out of 4 is going off the table.
Dirty die.
People start rolling their fucking eyes and, hey man, like, look,
Fucking
we're all here to win.
mustache,
We're all
man.
here to make money. So I'm doing it my way.
The slower you are with your dice being tossed to the blackjack table, the slower the money's coming in. Yeah, but I bet you win with that one.
Yeah, I do. I like to get a good hard off the back wall, like a little.
I like the field bets, though. That's really where I make my cash.
Can I ask you something unrelated to what we're talking about? I want to ask about them moving the game from Mexico City.
Is it here?
It's in LA now.
I heard it was moved back to Mexico City. Is it not? It's in LA.
It's in LA.
So the person who tweeted me lied, which would never happen. But somebody tweeted because we're here. So there's conversation on whether or not we should try to go to the game.
It's Monday night.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, as a player, I don't know. Did you see any pictures of that field down there?
I didn't. I heard Shakira really did quite a scene down there, though. What was it? It was just the grass was taken.
Yeah. The hips, man. Those hips fucking destroy the turf.
Yeah, that's what happened. They don't lie.
They don't lie.
And
they tear the shit out of it.
Demolish football fields.
What's amazing is you think with all the Mexicans down there, they would have that shit fucking taken care of immediately. Right?
That's literally what my brother texted
These
me.
Italians.
Yeah.
But
it's because their best players come up here.
But let's be honest. There's actually going to be more Mexicans. There will be more Mexicans in the game in Los Angeles than Mexico City. You could argue.
So I feel like there's a little tension from you guys here in California towards the.
Well, we love Mexicans. We're just making jokes.
My favorite people in the whole world.
These are all jokes here.
Yeah. They're all jokes.
I truly Mexicans.
The Italians, though, you never know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Mexicans are my favorite people in the whole world. They're hardest working, hardest partying.
Joe has a great bit on it.
What happened to the field down there, though? What did happen? It was Shakira?
Yeah. I think it was a Shakira concert. All the fans, load in, load out. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Is it back in Mexico?
Evan's got a picture here.
See it?
Look at this thing.
So what is it?
Apparently they do like 3 games a week. And, of course, 3 soccer games a week.
Yeah, but like there's some football fields in the NFL that are very bad that they spray paint.
Who?
The
Give me some fields.
I think
Anyone where they're doing like
anywhere
SC
you
plays and then
see a
they do.
grass field, there's probably a chance at some point during the season.
I feel like Pittsburgh's field was always.
That's a spray painted field,
Yeah.
but I think it's not. I think Pittsburgh Heinz Field kind of gets
You're saying they spray painted green.
they spray paint the dirt green, yeah. So
Right.
it looks like on TV it's grass, but it's
Yeah.
literally just spray painted dirt. It's very or not spray painted. I think it's like a fertilizer that they spray.
Where was your least favorite place to play?
Cleveland was definitely it was so windy.
Cleveland.
So windy. It was cold and windy. There was a
Prano.
guy named Rabbit returning. I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Wait, what?
His nickname was the Rabbit. I don't know. And he was standing back there, and he knew I was not going to have a good day. And it was like he was taunting me. And it was like every fourth down was just a nightmare. And I was like, I'm a professional. I should not want to cry right now, but I do. I'll go back to the sideline. Vinatieri be sitting there. I'm like, yeah, these are fucking terrible. And he's like, just power through it, buddy. I'm like, I'm trying, Vinny.
But you guys
I'm about to cry.
You guys are probably winning all those games, right?
No, we were losing early. We had to come back late and win. But yeah, it was a real close game. I should have done better.
What was it like playing with Peyton?
Wild.
Just
He's a machine.
Yeah.
I drank beers with him as well, so I had a good time. He enjoyed me, so I appreciated that. He was very nice to me. He didn't have to be, but he was a machine. He's literally a machine.
I actually think at this point he's underrated. I don't think Peyton Manning gets the respect that he deserves.
Well, see, I live in Indianapolis, so there's a statue of him.
Right.
So I see the respect he gets on a daily basis. But you're talking about an overall NFL talk. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady conversation just dominated?
I mean, like Tom Brady has like I'm always like, come on. When Peyton Manning left the Colts, they lost every fucking game. When Matt Castle had to start, they won 11 games.
I was there. I was part of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's the argument we always
Curtis
use
Painter didn't come in and just go, I'm going to win 11 games and be on the edge of the fucking playoffs. Like
Kerry Collins too.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a Giants fan.
I
know all about
forget
Kerry
that
Collins.
Kerry
Came out of
wasn't drinking
retirement.
beers with you guys.
Took $4 million. He didn't drink any beers.
Yeah,
by the way.
because he was a fucking drunk back in the day.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, when he was in New York, we used to make fucking Tom Collins, whatever we call him, Kerry Collins, just double vodka. It's just the Kerry Collins.
He was a nice guy.
And then overthrow screen passes.
He got killed by J.J. Watt first game. He came out of retirement. Bill Polian talked him into coming out of retirement. First game, J.J. Watt, Houston Texans. I think it was prime time. All that. And he got a concussion week 1. And I don't think I ever saw him play football again.
Yeah.
He took $4 million and left. See you later.
Yeah.
Curtis Painter gets in there, loses a little bit. Dan Orlovsky, the guy who ran out of the back of the end zone for the Detroit Lions, comes in, wins us 2 games. All hell breaks loose outside the locker room because who knows if we still got the number 1 pick to get Andrew Luck. Hilarious scenes.
Yeah.
Hilarious scenes. But yeah, you're right. Peyton was unbelievable.
We always talk quarterbacks on our show. We get just deep arguments that'll never end. But I want to bring up the Drew Brees thing because I see him in the comments. Some of the dirtballs asking since we've had big talks about it, and obviously he beat you guys in the Super Bowl. We have put Brees, and I know these lists a lot of times are bullshit, Pat. We've put him. Joe and I have actually agreed on this one. We put him 6th behind Brady, Rodgers, Elway,
Manning, Montana, and then Brees.
And we're saying,
and then people are like, "Kill yourself." He's the
No.
best quarterback of all time.
I think we're getting to that point, though.
Yeah.
I think it has to be, right? Drew Brees, and the reason why they're bringing up Drew Brees is because me and his little baby, during that Super Bowl celebration up there with the headset,
Right.
we've had an ongoing beef.
You and the baby?
Yeah. I know that kid's a little bit older now.
Yeah.
And I don't mind the kid how he is now. But that baby, I had a lot of
just taunting you with the headphones.
We were walking off the field. There's confetti flying everywhere,
Yeah.
And I'm a rookie. I thought there was a chance that I just somehow rode the coattails to a Super Bowl ring my rookie year. I'm like, look at this. I didn't even know how to punt a couple weeks ago. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I look up at the screen and it's just Drew Brees so happy and that baby up there just taunting. And I just walked in the locker room and I'd never seen a more miserable place. I've never walked into a more miserable place than that locker room after the loss of the Super Bowl. Never walked into a more miserable place in my entire life. And I was like, my last thought before walking in, I was like, yeah, that baby. So I've always held a grudge against that baby. But Drew Brees is Mr. NFL. When I was at the Pro Bowl out there in Arizona, he loved everything. He was like the consummate professional.
Yeah.
And he's really, really fucking good at football.
Yeah.
But do you think we're crazy to put him 6th? Again, we're saying all the time. We're not knocking. We're just saying.
Okay, so to go
hurt-
through your list again, I'm sorry. Tom Brady.
And
Tom
in
Brady,
no particular
Montana.
order. Yeah.
Manning. By the way, that's just top 5. Elway, Aaron Rodgers. I know Aaron Rodgers, but like,
I think that's a pretty good top 5, though.
right?
Yeah. All
I
we're
think that's
saying
pretty
is like
good.
Breeze.
And I said the other day, I go, hey, you're
saying
in
in
no
no
particular
in no
order.
particular order.
because it depends on what you're debating.
Right, the legacy,
Yeah,
like
It's so hard at big moments. Like, are
Right.
you talking about that? Or are you talking about winning? Because Peyton had the winningest decade in NFL history whenever he finished with the Colts. I was at the tail end of it. It's
Right.
like there's so many different genres, but that's why Tom Brady always wins in the end because it always boils back to Super Bowl rings.
Right.
It always does. But in no particular order, those top 5, I think you're pretty spot on right there. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
And
But
then
Drew Brees, I think, is definitely there in that next level. Ben Roethlisberger doesn't get a lot of respect either. There's
Yeah.
another guy that doesn't get a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And Ben Roethlisberger, I think, deserves more respect than he gets. I was in a team meeting one year.
and my guy Eli is just a doormat at this point.
Well,
This
he's
guy
like
gets fucking
113 and 110. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot of losses, and
Yeah.
losses go very heavily on the quarterback, whether they deserve it or not. But Roethlisberger wasn't treated in the meetings that I sat in, the team meetings, like how Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and them were, like in the game prep by assistant coaches and stuff like that, the way they were talking. And then I watched Ben Roethlisberger throw for 500 yards against the Colts, and it was like, yo, this guy,
Interesting, yeah.
every single week, it seems like he dominates. Antonio Brown's the best wide receiver in football. It's a fact that the wide receiver can't be the best in the game if it wasn't for who's throwing to him. That's why Odell Beckham's so pissed off at your boy,
Right.
because he's like, I can't make the deep plays because Eli can't get it there anymore. So it's like, yeah, I think Ben Roethlisberger also deserves some respect.
Do you think if Breeze, because we're saying this, he now has.
He's winning the MVP this year, by the way. Drew
Okay.
Brees.
Yeah, we were basically saying he's our leading candidate at this point.
Well, also a guy on my show is named Diggs. He's an Italian.
Yeah.
He's a degenerate.
Yep.
He,
You don't have to say both.
yeah,
You
I'm
can just
sorry.
pick one.
He likes good food. He likes good food. He
Yeah.
loves organized crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has this conspiracy that has really been looking serious, that the NFL is rigged for Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So that it's rigged for Drew Brees.
This year.
This year it's been
Yeah.
rigged. All of his record-breaking things have been wide open and have happened with such ease. The only thing he hadn't beat the Baltimore Ravens. Is the only team he hadn't beat. So Justin Tucker misses the first extra point in the history of Justin Tucker.
Ooh.
This is a real Italian fucking
Yeah, this is-
conspiracy. This is when you go deep.
Yeah.
This is when
Yeah.
some things just hit
He
the
lost-
organized Italian
Yeah.
brain. They
Yep.
go, there's too many things happening.
We got to
here.
start cooking
Too
here.
many things.
We got to start cooking.
Doesn't
Then,
make sense.
Justin Tucker just missing field goals now. Come on.
and there's another thing against the Rams. Johnny Hecker got that first down. They rolled it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bullshit
And
call.
by the way, that's a scoring drive right there.
Yeah.
That is a scoring
That was
drive.
a 14-point
Yeah,
swing.
Yeah.
That's a 14-point swing. That happens.
I like this conspiracy.
And he's never won an MVP. So
Right.
it's guaranteed he's winning the MVP.
Well, that's what I said yesterday.
but he
because
also is incredibly good.
I love Drew Brees. I think he is one of the all-time best. Like he's right up there. He's got all the accolades, got everything. But people, when we say sixth, you would think we said 600th. They're like, "Fuck you! He never had a defense. He never had receivers.
Oh, they think
he never had
who do they
fucking-"
think he should be above Elway?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I go,
our argument.
That was our argument. It's like,
Who are you taking?
Who's
him
out
above?
of the top 5?
Well, that's what to put somebody up there, you have to take somebody out.
Right.
And I don't know who you would take.
So then
out.
I said yesterday, I said, hey, now he's got the big time receiver. He's got 2 backs. He's got a defense. He's going to win his first MVP. Great. You want the spot? Win the second Super Bowl or leave me the fuck alone.
Well, Andy's got an offensive coordinator that very much understands him. So,
Yeah.
and Kamara is a different level. And that Taysom Hill dude, what a player.
Dude, he's fun to watch.
He's like 45 years old rookie just dominating out there. That guy is the best.
I mean,
See, when I watch him, I thought of you. He goes with the 2 gloves. He's
wore
got
one glove.
you one glove. So you were the Michael Jackson.
have you done any Mormon missions?
Me, no, but Austin Collie has. And when Mitt Romney was running for president, basically during a conditioning session, it was a 30-minute conditioning session, I just peppered Austin Collie with basically, tell me the entire Mormon religion. If Mitt Romney's going to be the president, I would like to know. I would like to know.
Did you end up voting for Romney?
No, I didn't. I chose not to vote. I think it's kind of been my move, but until recently, obviously, because now the way politics are, you have to.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna vote, but then I decided not to because I found out you could buy those "I voted" stickers on Etsy.
everybody's flexing on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yo, people,
Man,
man.
according to Instagram, I voted 40 times.
Dude, I was losing followers left and right because I was coming hard at people acting like they
Politics is the in thing right now.
Yeah.
but these people vote Pat, they act like they sat through a war-torn country like Africa. Motherfucker, you sat on your iPhone for 10 minutes and then cast your vote. Stop acting like you did this wondrous deed.
They helped the world out there. They helped the world out by voting. Let them live a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Huh? Why don't you let them live a little
It's
bit?
all rigged, by the way. It's
Yeah,
like the
it's all
Ray Guy
bullshit.
Award.
There's-
Come on.
Yes,
It's
it's very
already
difficult.
predetermined.
It's very difficult.
Some
not to
coaches'
think-
fucking kids getting it.
True.
Right?
What a way to compare that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
It is. It is like Ray Guy.
Fucking guy.
Fuck.
Now I'm gonna look at that and just go, fucking guy.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I don't-
We weren't the right 3 finalists. Okay, there was 3 other guys better than all 3 of us, but out of the 3 finalists,
You should have been, though. Yeah.
that's
Right.
like, hey, I'm wasting my time coming down here. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm not having a good time. I'd rather be in Morgantown, West Virginia. I promise you that. Good time, that place. You ever been?
Morgantown?
Oh,
I've never been to Morgantown.
man. I don't know how it is now, to be honest. I haven't been in a couple of years, but what it used to be, it was just a good time mecca.
Good
So we
college
kept-
town?
You said
Best.
you said Cleveland twice where you didn't want to go. As far as playing and like the after party and where did you want to be? Where if you
Like
could
if I was to be on a team?
or just like wherever, like they're going, hey, we're going there this week. You're like, yeah, this is gonna be a good week. We're gonna
No, we don't party.
never.
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 That is such a. That is. I think that's a
I
very.
mean, Plaxico shot himself in the leg in a nightclub, so somebody's partying.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like on. I think that might have been off season or during some. Like I got arrested during a bye week. I went pretty hard during a bye week.
Yeah.
But like during the season, like trips and stuff like that, it's right into a hotel. And normally you have like an hour, and then there's meeting curfew. Because I think back in the day, people used to live pretty
right.
hard,
Right.
and then now it's just like everything's so structured. I don't know if it's like it for every team, but for the Colts, we didn't really get like I barely saw any city that we went to. I would just be passed out in my hotel to a bus to the stadium, bus, airport, gone. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
If that does it.
Yeah, yeah. Because you don't. I mean,
But you guys were actually, I mean, I wonder if it's different for bad teams, right? Because you guys were good. Do you,
I see. I don't
or
think.
do you think it doesn't matter?
Yeah, because every team has cops on them. Every
Yeah.
team has cops there that are like patrolling your floor.
And then it seems like then people just wait till the Super Bowl to get in trouble.
And Twitter.
It's like what the fuck? Like,
because everybody's
Dude, that's
around
wild
each other.
to
me.
I think it's because everybody's in there. But there's Twitter and with the evolution of Twitter and everything. I think guys are very scared to.
Can't do anything.
Well, it's you.
so we got to go back. So your arrest on the bye week.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't remember the arrest, but I remember the story.
I mean, there's a couple stories. The
Yeah.
cops have theirs. I have mine. They said I went swimming. I could have been sweating. I mean, there's a lot of things. October 20th, 2010. It was.
It was in Indianapolis.
Yeah. It was in the party part of town too. So
Right.
it's like that's actually what the Indianapolis people started liking me for. They're like, oh, this guy is.
Was that the year that
one of
Indy
us.
hosted the Super Bowl?
Possibly?
It was around then, right?
Yeah, Indy did host the Super Bowl.
Was it 2011? Usually, that,
Yeah,
was your Giants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Patriots.
Yeah, it was in 2000. It was the 2011 game, so it was the
2010
2010
season.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That season.
I used to date a girl from Indy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
probably a very nice lady.
she is.
Indiana people are very nice.
Yeah,
Incredible. That's why I love the place. Good people.
good people.
Good. People.
I always tell Joe that.
good people. in
I got
Indiana.
to stick up for the Midwest. Good people.
Yeah, that's what it's about. And $200 apartments.
Yeah,
$2,000.
and Applebee's.
Yeah. What?
Great Applebee's. The ribs are incredible. Dry rub Applebee's ribs are.
See, do I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. This
I
guy
can
knows.
one
This
up
guy
you.
knows the Midwest.
You know, my buddy sent me. You ever had Montgomery Inn
No,
ribs?
no,
Cincinnati?
no.
Ah, bro.
I only do things that get delivered to my house. DoorDash, big deal. I love that.
I hope you're sponsored by them.
I'm not.
Well, there you go. Now you are.
I don't know if I want to represent their company because I've seen a little bit of a decline in
Okay.
service.
Yeah.
But all those things, Grubhub, DoorDash,
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. I
What-
love that. I don't even have to leave my house.
What about? Okay, I got to ask you.
I get Applebee's ribs in my living room.
This is amazing.
It's awesome. It is.
What about in Cincinnati? Have you?
You
had,
got your own local newspapers fucking tagged to the wall, so you could just have the ribs delivered.
That's right.
Yeah.
Skyline?
local
Have you had
sports
Skyline
stores.
chili in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I don't know why you guys like it.
That's
Thank
what I want to ask you.
It's disgusting.
It's not even chili. It's just a sauce. It's like a shit brown looking sauce.
Yeah, and they're ruining pasta. As an Italian, I'm
No,
like,
he's
can,
so
we, can,
offended
can we
as
leave the
Italian.
fucking pasta out of this?
Yeah, what does
Shit
the
dump?
pasta do? Keep them on hot
yeah,
dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stay away from the pasta.
They're like, we're gonna put cheese on it, and then onions, and then macaroni. I'm like, whoa, get the fucking spaghetti out of here.
I don't mind it. Like I'll eat it,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the big You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's such a big deal.
Such a big deal in Cincinnati.
I think like there's other in there. Jeff
Gold
Ruby.
Star.
Jeff Ruby.
Well, Jeff Ruby, yeah, he's got the good restaurants, like the nice restaurants in town.
That's what I'm saying, though. You guys should think about promoting those.
Yeah. That's why I was asking about Montgomery and ribs, because you love their ribs.
Got it. In the Skyline Chili, I understand, is like a cult following over there for you guys. You love it.
No, here's the funny thing.
Yeah, I know you.
I actually,
Yeah.
no, hold on. I actually like Gold Star chili better because it's a thicker meat.
Oh, so that's like the people.
That's his preferred fast food shit chili.
That's the
Like,
that's the
what are we
rival.
talking about here? It's like I'm in New York. I'm like, oh, Domino's is the way to go. You gotta go fucking Domino's. Like, come on, eat some real fucking
Pizza Hut, by the way,
Yeah.
is the best way.
Pizza Hut is the best.
We like
fast food
Pizza Hut
shit-
over
fast food
Domino's?
pizza. Yeah.
Pizza Hut is.
But
the
as like a
best
New
fast
Yorker,
food
like
place.
that's a whole other realm of like there's pizza and then there's pizza. You know what I mean?
The amount of Italians in New York, you guys you're very lucky with the amount of pasta, food, pizza, everything like that. In Indiana, there's not a lot of Italians out there.
Right.
The two guys on my show might be one of the only 2 Italians in Indiana.
How many guys are on your show?
We got 10
Total.
people that work at the business. It depends. Every day it kind of rotates. It's like 4, 5, 6.
The biggest network in Indianapolis.
My platform might be.
Yeah.
My platform might be in Indiana. That's why I was surprised none of the political candidates, reached out to me for commercials. It was every local commercial in Indianapolis was this one senator just getting crushed. He
Right.
just every single. It was the middle of primetime football.
Yeah.
They had to have been paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. So as a small business owner, I'm thinking, hey,
Now,
4 more years. I'm like, hey,
Political aspirations? Like you want to be governor of
no,
Indiana?
I watch House of Cards, man. I ain't doing that. No way.
You end up dead in a garage.
No, yeah, no way am I doing that. Just walk into a bathtub, somebody hand me a razor blade. Like, no way.
I watch House of Cards, which is basically based off the Clintons, right?
From what I've been told, yeah.
Like-
Even if it's not 100% accurate, there has to be some sort of accuracy in there.
Yeah.
And I am not a part of that.
They didn't just get that shit from nowhere.
I like to enjoy my life. I don't like I just like keeping it moving.
Would you take if they offered you money to do political ads?
So it would have to be from both sides, though.
Yeah.
So I would have to, because I very much I fall in.
That's actually a law.
I think I can't just have I don't know.
Right? Equal time.
I would assume on mainstream networks it would be,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure
right. I guess
if
on a podcast.
you know what I mean. But it might be though.
Yeah.
I might walk into a fucking criminal situation here.
Yeah.
I'm happy you give me a heads up. House of Cards, I have my head cut off.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the amount of money they had to spend on these fucking ads. And they're talking about like millions and millions and millions of dollars being raised. That's just strictly for ads.
But this is what I always say, and maybe people are fucking idiots. I not once have been watching the game, see an ad, and been like, "Yeah, that guy's right. I'm voting for him." Like
you don't know about Joe Donnelly in Indiana.
Yeah.
Joe Donnelly. I was trying to give Joe Donnelly a heads up on my podcast, like for weeks, 2 weeks ahead of the election. I was like, because it was every single commercial. It was like, no matter what you watch Wheel of Fortune, every single commercial. You watch Jeopardy, every single commercial was about this guy named Joe Donnelly.
What'd he do?
Sleeping Joe, no show Joe. You're talking about old Mexico Joe. Joe was getting crushed in the ads they were making against the other guy. Was like, he wears a blue shirt. I'm like, bro, this is not the avenue. So like on the podcast, we were
What you got to get is you got to get the guy who did the campaign to come work for you.
Oh,
and just start doing.
I was like, I don't know if Joe Donnelly listens to the show or anybody in his team, but he looks terrible right now. He looks very bad right now because it was primetime television, like 3 minutes straight of just bashing this guy. It's everybody in Indiana was like, they were almost, I don't want to say brainwashed, but it was, whenever you see one thing for 17 straight days, I was like, Joe Donnelly's getting crushed right now, bub. And he lost. It was like a big upset. And I'd been predicting it on my sports show. I predicted a political upset on my show that took over election night, basically.
So I
felt pretty good. I was like, I have a very basic palate. So if I'm seeing this guy get crushed, and I'm starting to wonder, I'm assuming others are as well. Something to think about, Mexico Joe. He was sending jobs to Mexico.
Oh, you can't be doing that in 2018.
No show Joe wasn't showing up to votes.
No show Joe.
Sleeping Joe was caught sleeping in his office.
Classic union.
Are we
guy,
talking
right?
about Joe Donnelly or Joe Prano
Yeah,
over here?
exactly.
Because a lot of these seem pretty similar.
I'm sending all my jobs to Mexico. I got fucking.
You want to live in? This guy wants to live in Mexico.
I'm moving.
Idiots. Very, very stupid.
You know what we should do?
Baja California, going to the beach side of Mexico. Not, that's
They
not
do
where the
that-
cartels
They do
are.
that thing. Oh, speaking of the cartel, Chapo right now in New York.
I know.
Wait, what? What's going on?
He's on trial right now.
He's on trial in Brooklyn.
2 jurors were like, we're out of here.
Yeah. But it's smart. I
Dude,
was just
I
talking
wouldn't
about
want any part of that.
Being on the jury?
Fuck no.
No way. Chapo just looks over, sees the group, and then just looks back at a guy, and that person for
Yeah, but there's also probably that's why I said it's a good call for them to do in Brooklyn. There's probably guys like, I'm not afraid of no fucking Chapo. Come over here, Chapo. I'll fucking chop your head off. Like
they
they're
don't
like,
know. Those
yeah,
guys.
they don't know. They're just
Those
Brooklyn
guys
guys like, how fucking tough is he?
That
Some
guy
guy
just,
kicked me in the teeth one time. Come on, Chapo, bring it.
You watch Narcos? Of course you did.
Love Narcos.
Oh, I'm all about it. Pablo did some wild shit. I'm assuming Chapo's doing the same.
Yeah.
The
I
thing
mean, how
is,
many times did Chapo escape? They got
Dude,
out, like,
took a dirt bike down an air-conditioned tunnel right into his house.
his tunnel is
Unbelievable.
his air-conditioned tunnel under prison is nicer than the Smut Studio.
Yeah.
Hey, that, by the way, that's not even like
Yeah.
close. It's probably nicer than my house.
yeah,
They
yeah.
had rigged like they had lighting. They
Yeah.
had the whole thing. He was on a track. They had air conditioning.
Yeah.
He literally rode his dirt bike from his.
He was actually getting lap dances from hookers while he was
yeah, it was
riding
like
his
an
dirt bike.
overnight stay. It was like he stayed at a hotel halfway through in the tunnel. It's insane.
I love Narcos.
It's insane to think about.
and when I watch
That's why I love, like, we're gonna put up a wall.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they have an air conditioned tunnel that goes through.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
you
is
get
it-
in Mexico, it doesn't even come out in fucking San Diego. It comes out like in Denver.
How deep does this wall go in?
yeah,
How
yeah.
deep does this? They are incredible. I could have never imagined the little world under there. It's like
Yeah.
a little world.
it is.
Documentaries tell you a lot of shit too. Documentaries are just
I'm a big doc guy.
love them.
What's a good documentary watching these days?
Have you seen Icarus?
No, but I've heard a lot about it.
Starts out as like this guy trying to do biking. And I'm like, why am I watching that? Because they had Vladimir Putin's photo as the cover of it. And I'm like, oh, I'm interested in this.
I saw on like doping and shit, right? Or,
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
the Russian scientist that was getting around all the Olympian doping stuff. And this one guy was doing his doping like recipe basically and passed all the tests. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, Russia gets attacked because of it. That guy has to go into hiding. Putin's like threatening people's life. Yeah, it was a really cool one.
This great segue back to something. Didn't you get like randomly drug
Yes.
test after the hit?
Oh yeah, all the time. Randomly drug test all the time. It was like Eric Reed just came out for the Panthers and was like, I'm getting randomly drug tests all the times, which could be happening, but they do that all the time. It got to the point where if you didn't get drug tested, it was like, I must not have had that good of a game yesterday if old Roger Goodell doesn't think he should be tested.
What's that process like when you get drug tested?
Oh yeah, there's a guy literally looking at your penis the entire time. Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole process where
Andy usually pays for that.
had it, boy, right here, right over here, boy, right over there.
That'll be the new drug testing facility in the Smut Studio.
Drug-free test, drug-free
Did you
sport.
see guys?
But you
on
better
the team
test
that was-
positive here. That's how it
Yeah.
works. We're all for drugs here.
There's vitamins T, H, and C that I would,
Yes.
yeah, but I'd pass it. There's two different tests too. There's street drug test, and then there's PED testing. So there's two different.
But
tests.
like, does somebody just show up?
There's a guy that works for every single team. There's a guy that works in every single city. I've been tested in Atlanta. I've been tested in Louisiana, Vegas, Pittsburgh. Oh yeah.
I love the hiring process idea of that guy's like, no, I know what a real dick looks like.
No, they go
I,
through.
I can fucking spot a real dick like nobody's business.
I had a new guy, a rookie tested me, and he was so nervous he spilled all my piss out of the cup. So I had to pee. So because you got to dump them into little tubes, like
Yeah.
those 23andMe
Yeah.
spit tubes. We piss into a cup that's like this big, then they have to dump it into the little tubes. And this guy's hands were shaking so much he was nervous. I was literally, I think,
You're
his
like, I'm not
first
Peyton
dick.
Manning, bro. Relax.
Yeah, exactly. But I think he was so nervous to fuck it up because there's an entire procedure that you have to like
Right.
sign off on because there's people that said the procedure was wrong, and he just spilled it all over the table. And I was like, well, what are we doing now? Because there's a 4-hour
Yeah.
limit. He's like, oh, I think you're gonna have to pee again. I'm like, what? This sounds like a you problem.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. This is not
I don't know
my
how
problem.
I don't know if you know how the human body works.
So I
but
had to go
just
chug.
pissed.
I had to go chug Pedialyte, shotgun to Pedialyte. That was an awesome moment. Yeah, it was a pretty good spot.
I would love if a guy's watching me piss. I would love to just look him dead in the eye and be like, "What do you think?"
He's not looking at you in the eye. He's looking
Oh.
right at your dick.
Oh, so you can't be like,
He's looking you
Yeah,
in
unless
the
you
eye.
go. Are you gonna go?
like to fuck with him? Be like,
You would have to go like that.
"How's it looking, bro?"
You'd have to break his.
Like they're just staring down.
Or just
Yeah.
put like
You have to put your pants below your knees.
put a little fake mustache on there or something.
Design it. Then you got to have your shirt off. So yeah, you're fully nude basically. Because I guess guys were doing all of the tricks.
Right. Did
All
you
of it.
see guys on your teams that were like sweating it out? Like, fuck.
No, because nobody even. Because we
You
knew
guys ran a tight ship.
we knew guys were on stuff though, but it's never talked about.
Right.
Like it's never talked about. And the street drug testing is from like 4 months, so it's like you just have to get clean for that section of the year.
Yeah.
So nobody really acknowledged much, you know. I think even guys that were about to fail PED tests like didn't even realize they were about to fail PED tests
And now
because supplements can be tainted.
I was gonna say,
and Peyton was on steroids the whole time, right? That's what we've learned since.
The
right?
last time I was on a casting couch like this, it was with Dave and Big Cat from Barstool, and Dave
Yeah.
broke the news to me that Peyton Manning and steroids had happened. So literally the only 2 times I've been on a casting couch field that has been brought up to
Yeah.
me. I have never heard anything about it though, to be honest, but other than that. That thing disappeared though, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it was
I mean, it's
also
a
it
man.
came from Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
Like,
And that whole thing, I guess, was kind of the credibility was ruined by like 14 different people.
yeah, and I mean, let's be honest.
Quite a big story.
When did Al Jazeera go from like reporting the Middle East news to like Peyton Manning's juiced up? You're like, wait, where did you guys make the transition
They're like,
from?
we have to take America down at the head.
You ever watch the Russian Times?
What's
RT?
that? No.
You travel much?
He sometimes goes to Culver City and Santa Monica.
Oh, I like that.
I walk across the street to the beach sometimes.
So you don't have to travel, but like internet, because you have this, I have to travel to this.
But what do you mean, like when you say travel?
When you're in a hotel, normally in some not normally, but
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
hotels they have all
I
these weird,
travel.
a bunch of channels, right? RT, the Russian Times, worth it if you ever get a chance.
Why are they showing Russian Times when you're in hotels?
You just need to watch it though. That's all you need. It is worth it. And then
Yeah.
like Al Jazeera's on there. Then there's Spanish. There's
Yeah.
there's all the options in
Yeah.
hotels. And I really dive in. I watch local news if I'm
Yeah.
in cities just to see what's going on here. I was in Baltimore one time and the mayor was being accused of stealing Christmas donations to buy gifts. It was like on the local news. I'd never been happier. I was like, this is awesome. This is
Local
really-
news is the best.
I just enjoy that type of stuff.
It is the little things in life,
Yeah,
right?
it's everything.
I do find myself watching the Spanish channels here sometimes.
Do you know any Spanish? You
No.
should.
I lived in Spain. I should be fluent.
Oh, did you?
I should
Yeah.
be
You
fluent.
You just
That's-
dropped that right there.
Yeah, I did. A little humble brag right there. Just threw that.
I mean, you
in.
went abroad for a fucking
semester
in
abroad. I
college.
was there
You-
4 months.
Yeah, Barcelona?
acting like he had owned a
Madrid.
restaurant.
But I
in
went to
fucking-
Barcelona. Yeah, I had a tapas wine bar
Yeah.
in Sevilla.
Of course you did.
No, yeah.
You studied abroad.
I was just getting drunk all the time.
That's what I've heard study abroad sessions are. I never did that, but
I
I,
mean-
never graduated either.
You didn't graduate.
Nah, me, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, Kanye West.
Straight to the league.
That's a good list.
Respect. Thank
That's a
you.
good
There's a lot of
fucking
other college dropouts too. A couple out there.
yeah.
A couple on that pier we were talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Have you been down to Venice much?
No, I've never. Santa Monica. I've been to Santa Monica.
So, like, was this your first time on the courts?
Yes. We were lost actually. We were driving through a little neighborhood. That's why we were lost. We were late.
It's an interesting scene.
It is very interesting scene.
I feel like we need to one day we need to give these guys the tour.
Of Venice.
There's the lovely canals over there. I mean,
That's
it's-
we were driving over them.
Yeah.
we
There
were
you go.
driving over them.
Oh, you guys
We
were
were
driving
driving
over
up-
the
yeah.
canals.
Yeah, we were lost.
That's what they call Venice. Yeah, it's people don't realize this all used to be like where I'm at. This all used to be canals.
That's why it's Venice. That
Yeah.
makes sense because of you guys.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
You guys started that.
Yep.
over.
all his people.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then
Because you got like New England.
yeah.
Right.
This is basically New Venice.
Yep.
Wow.
and then it became a car city, so they paved over most of them. And
You see how that works?
Yeah.
Is there still water under there?
In
No.
the canals?
Underneath the pavement?
No.
because it was all they were all fake canals in the first place. Like it was all
Italian made. Some Italian was like, I want to be home.
yeah.
So I'm gonna start digging all these goddamn holes. I'm gonna start dumping the ocean in here,
Yep.
and we're gonna make this place Italy.
Yeah.
And then
And it was like a Coney Island of the West, like when that was like a nice thing. It was like there was all ballrooms and amusement parks and shit like that.
The roller coaster, all basically the Santa Monica Pier and the roller coaster and all that shit used to be here. Muscle Beach, yeah, which is still here.
What's that guy's name? Pat Weigert. Pat Weigert.
Yeah.
He's the father of bodybuilding.
Yep.
Yeah,
The stadium seating was donated by him at front of Muscle Beach.
yeah. You see that?
I did see that.
They're doing a big. I think they're doing a big documentary. Speaking of documentary,
I saw some meatheads in there moving some weight. I was
Yeah.
thinking about it.
There's some guys in there. There's one guy in there that's like 8 feet tall. He's like the biggest dude I've ever seen. in
Those
life.
guys probably not passing the test. That,
Right. right.
No.
that the guy's looking at
No.
the dicks.
That's what I should do. I should just go up to him and say, "Drug test, bro." and I'm
It's
watching.
not bad
Hey,
content, by the way.
it's not illegal.
It's
It's
not-
not in the NFL, right? They can do whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
want.
What do you think about that?
It's not bad content either. Some mongoloid just punching you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. I always say, like, I want to walk because, like, if you go on those courts on the weekend, I've also wanted to just put on a referee jersey.
Oh, it's our reffing.
And,
We had a kid do that.
Just start calling traveling.
yeah, because like you talk about getting punched in the face.
No. Believe it or not, we had a kid do that for some content, and they just started abiding by it.
That's some
Really?
Midwest shit.
No, it was.
I don't know though, man. These courts get pretty rough. Like,
I know. In the Midwest, you tee a guy up, he just leaves. He goes, I got kicked out of the game. I had to go home. Here they stab you to death.
It took him like. It took him like 4 minutes, but he got a guy shooting free throws.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Is it still jorts and sleeveless weather in Indiana?
No, we had an ice storm and a snowstorm.
So you're out here. You're loving the
my
the
lady.
weather.
I just got like a death text from her. She can't leave the house right now because the fucking doors, everything's iced up. So
yeah.
so I'm out here. I just played basketball against Lamar Odom, talking to you guys, and she's literally locked in the house right now, like can't get out with the dogs, cats, with the dog and the cats. And she's like, must be nice.
How many dogs and cats?
I have 1 dog, 3 cats, 2 mice, 14 deer. Let's go.
The deer just come and go in the yard.
Yeah.
But
But
you
seem,
count them.
Yeah, they seem to stay. They sleep right over here. I see them. I got a little deer family.
You got the whole thing set up.
Are you a hunter?
No.
No.
My dad took me once. I shot at a deer. Deer had a heart attack. It died. I had to drag it out of the woods. So I never shot a deer, but I have
You have carried one.
I have
that you
dragged
killed.
one out of the woods. Yeah.
You fucking with us with that? Is that true?
True story. Yeah, you can even ask my dad. My dad used to be a big outdoorsman. He used to put like his hunting gear into a trash bag with leaves and shit like months before because he didn't think the deer would be able to sense them. It's wild.
Right.
But he's no longer. That was like whenever he would make like actual venison and meat out of it, and the family would eat out. Yeah,
It's like when I,
Venison's delicious.
it's like when I went
jerky's
with my
really good.
brother. My brother's a military guy, and we went out. My mom grew up on a farm, and we're shooting some guns. And he looks at me. He's like, "You're a bitch. You're taking." He has 2 guns. He's got one his and then his wife's, and he goes, "You little bitch. You're taking the small gun to shoot." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Small little bitch hands." And he was right though. It actually that gun fit me much better.
Yeah, he got you the cricket from Men in Black.
Yeah, exactly. With the little fucking pea shooter.
It's a fucking terrifying feeling though, man. When you're holding a gun, you're like, this can kill somebody.
See, I have guns though. So
Yeah.
I have guns in my house. That both that have been gifted. So like Vinatieri he spoke at the NRA. He's got like 500 guns.
Vinatieri?
Amazing. Every time he kicks a field goal, he buys a new one.
There's
He's like, I now have the most ever.
yeah, give me that clock. If there's ever a war, if a war ever happens,
Get over.
try to get to
Vinatieri's
Vinatieri's
house.
Vinatieri's house.
That's what I am. I'm attempting to get to his house as much as at all costs.
Does he live in Indy?
Yeah, full time. He's got like a museum. He bought like a fucking museum and flipped it over like a 2-year period. It is unbelievable. The house is unbelievable. Something I've never seen before. You see Master P in Cribs, you see the gold ceiling, you're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Vinatieri has a museum.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's got fucking 5 Super Bowl rings, and he's got a lot of like people will send him jerseys, so that he'll send him one back. His house is just very impressive. He's got a bunch of kids though too. So
like how many smut studios is
Did you
Vinatieri's
fit in
house?
the Vinatieri's house?
I think this right here would be in like I forget what it's
This is
called.
This is his gun room
I think
2.
this is his bathroom.
second gun room.
I think it's called the mud room, which is the room before you get into the garage. That is
where
this.
where you take off your leave-filled hunting
Yeah,
clothes
yeah, exactly.
and just leave them on the floor.
Yep.
They'll give you new
Ah.
clothes when you come inside.
That's this. That's
Get
what
a
this
white
would be.
suit.
But to be honest, mine is nothing. My house is nowhere near, and I played in the NFL for 8 years. What his museum is.
But you know what? Like, you know,
21 years or 23 years in the NFL. He's collecting pension like next year. Like
he doesn't have to retire.
he's made millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars kicking a ball.
Dude's a stud.
You know,
He's
baseball,
incredible.
they call the pitcher, they have the battery. Like, as far as like all-time awesome, punter kicker batteries, you guys were a good duo.
We feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We feel pretty good about
That's
it.
pretty.
Vinny and I are pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still text back and forth on a very regular basis. He's a good friend of mine. He taught me about life. I almost got my car repoed in my house. What's it called? Foreclosed. because I didn't know how to pay fucking bills. I thought it was all on auto. I thought it was on
Some
auto.
Manny Ramirez shit.
I thought it was on auto pay.
Like, I just put the checks in my glove
Bro,
box. One day I realized it was $2 million in my glove box.
Yeah, like on my house, I didn't cash a check for a long time. My first couple of years, I wasn't supposed to have money, obviously. So
Wait, hold on. What do you
still
mean you didn't
in jorts.
cash a check? They were just sitting there?
yeah, they were sitting in my locker. It was a hilarious situation.
Yeah, this is straight up Manny Ramirez shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but probably much smaller checks. if
Right.
anything.
Yeah,
So it's not
it
that-
probably was, but
Yeah.
these guys.
But they
should
didn't
start
set
their
up
own
direct
fucking bank.
deposit for you?
So I guess I had to get them a check that would have got.
Right.
I didn't have checks, so I
That
gave.
wrote like void.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to give them one of those.
Yeah.
So I put a down
Payton's
payment.
just like, I'll hold on to this for man.
I put it down on a down payment on the house, and the conversation. I guess I missed the whole check thing being sent in for it to be on auto pay. I just thought it was on auto pay. I went to Europe for like a month and a half. Right after I came back, and there was a don't foreclose thing right on the front door. Like as soon as I get home from Europe, and I call the number, and they're like, do you need help rescuing your home? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? They're like, you have not paid a single bill to us that you have owed yet. And I'm like, oh, I was in Europe. That's on me. And then literally just went cash I just went in there like that day, cash, didn't get foreclosed. And Vinatieri was like, you fucking idiot. You are so stupid. And he like kind of took me under his wing to like set up my life basically. Yeah. So it was like, I was thrown.
I don't know if you trust the Italians with your fucking checkbook either. He's been drawing off your funds all these years.
He's been skimming like 2%.
Yeah.
Hey, this is an advisor fee.
No sleep Joe just taking money from your fucking pension.
He's like, this is the McAfee mausoleum. He didn't even know he fucking built this part of my house.
You see this mudroom? This was just 1 week from McAfee. It's hilarious.
Pat, I know you got shit to do.
I do. I appreciate it. This
Yeah.
was a good conversation, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming
out,
down,
dude.
man.
Smut Studio.
You like it?
I do. I'm a big fan of the way this is decorated. It's decorated better than our place.
Well, when you come out to LA and you guys need a place to record, we'll redecorate the walls, put up all cult
No, don't do
shit.
that. No,
and,
no.
you know?
No. I would never want to disrupt the flow of
Appreciate
Smut
that.
Studio. No problem.
But it's a
We
fluid.
can put up the Aaron Hernandez picture if you want.
I'm out on that one.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
thank you.
See, I'm out.
Yeah,
It's a
on that.
weird.
That's what
it's
Joe was saying
weird.
last night. He's like, we're bringing in guests, we're bringing in athletes.
Like if you got, I feel like you got to pull it out just so he can be our baseline.
All right,
Just
let
like
me grab
if
it.
you
Hold
had
on.
walked in here and this was on the wall, would you have been like, I'm already sketched out? Because I'm worried about bringing athletes, bringing celebs here, and they walk in and they see fucking this.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. That's really tough.
I mean,
It's a happy Aaron Hernandez. It's like he just got out of a Got
Yeah.
Milk commercial.
yeah. And the thing is, if you know who
Hold
he
on,
is,
we should start looking into his tats though.
I know he's got the 4 aces, which I think is for one body.
You should.
He's
What
body.
people would say here is you're trying to put a positive spin on Aaron
Yeah.
Hernandez, right? That's what they would say.
I feel like there's 2 options. You either know who he is and you're freaked out, or you don't know.
How
who he
about
is
him
and you're
going to
super freaked
jail
out.
originally? And then he gets a blood tattoo on his hand.
Yeah.
So that whenever he goes back into court, they know that he is officially all the way in with the Bloods.
Yeah.
That dude was just another level of zero
Zero fucks given.
about anything or anybody.
But have
Yeah.
you followed any? Like, it's a fascinating story.
Yeah, so we have a 21-year state detective. I almost had a cramp.
It's all right. It's all right,
Yeah.
dude. That's what happens in the couch, man.
I have-
that punting leg.
Well, it's deep. This is a
Yeah.
deep couch.
You're in the deep part of it too.
In the middle here.
Yeah.
I have a 21-year state detective that works for me now. He's a stand-up comedian named Todd. He has been doing a lot of research, and he thinks he could potentially get out of both of them with a new lawyer. The new lawyer was like Casey Anthony's lawyer.
Was like CTE shit. And,
Well, yeah, I think there was because it was Casey Anthony's lawyer went up there, got him out of one, and then remember he killed himself after he was basically getting out of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like Todd thought that there was a chance he could have got out. Not that he wasn't a complete lunatic and definitely killed those people, but he thought he could have got out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine him playing for the Raiders like 3 years after that whole thing.
Oh, bro, he would fit right in.
He probably would have done very, very
You think
well.
you play with anybody who could have murdered somebody?
There's some guys.
I mean, Vinatieri's got a museum full of guns. You know what I mean?
Vinatieri hasn't murdered anybody, but if a war starts, I believe he would not be
Yeah.
scared to do so. I don't know. There's some special teams guys that have come on the team that just want to kill people. Like they just want to, they just want to hit people and hurt people. That's all their jobs were literally just to go hit people. Like you're not going to make the tackle. Your job is to take up those 2 guys right there. And it's like, they're like, yeah, I can't wait to do that. So I've never could understand that mindset. But killing somebody is a wild move.
Sure.
That's a whole nother level. I don't know. I would never say that. I would hope though if they do kill somebody, it's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Try to befriend the
It
lunatics.
would not be good for the brand.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be tough if an old teammate killed me. There was a couple teammates that got into some altercations with other teammates in the locker room, and they always liked me. So that was a big part. I took a lot of pride in that. If that makes any sense.
I feel
being
like
liked by my teammates.
Yeah, I feel like you, and I know we're wrapping up, but you, like Joe alluded to earlier in the show, you in a way set a trend a lot of times it was like, oh, the punter, the kicker's the nerd, the dork, but where it's like, no, they're the cool guy, they're the energetic guy, they're fun, they have charisma. Like you see it now with God, why am I forgetting his name? Marquette
King, good
King.
friend of mine.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Dixon also, the kid from Seattle. He said in the interview, he said they call him Big Balls
Yeah.
Dixon, which is a hilarious line.
And
But that's what I'm saying.
And then my boy Weatherford got out and got fucking. I mean, he got on the juice.
Bro,
What's going on? With him?
Steve said it was 2 a.m. last week. I was vitamined up, and I'm looking through his IG story, and I see him flexing in something.
Yeah.
And I'm getting into it with to do some WWE stuff. I just sent him a message. It was like 2 a.m. I'm like, I want to look like you. How do I do that without taking anything crazy?
And he's like the 8-week arm.
Yeah, 3,000 reps. Right? It was like 3,000 reps or something. And he sent me all the. He has a supplement company. He sent me all the supplements like the next day.
Do you remember when he was still in the league and he had the first pic of his abs that went viral?
Yeah,
that was my brother he was posing with.
He did the Van Damme too. Yeah. It was insane. Yeah. He is in incredible shape.
But you guys, we've been trying to tell it because we had John Ryan on our show a couple years ago.
Oh, the Ginger Ninja.
And he's, but that's what I'm saying. He's another athletic guy. We're saying like punters, you guys get this rep. And Joe and I always say, all you idiots on fucking Twitter and social media, go hang out with you. Go hang on these guys. These are athletic people. They play in the professional football
beat
league.
Lamar Odom and horse.
Yeah.
No,
you almost did though.
You almost did.
You almost did.
Dude, you had him on the ropes.
He got to be on a technicality. Though.
Yeah, he did. He started when he went to the layup.
The behind the back thing, like my dad gifted me a very large ass.
Yeah.
So that's a tough thing for me.
Like a Rhodesian
the jorts
Ridgeback
weren't helping
over here.
Jorts were not helping me. I didn't know we were going behind the back.
Yeah.
I should have known.
And also, you're already on the Weatherford reps. So
see that Armageddon?
Like, you need that.
Armageddon. Abolish.
Long, loose arm.
Yeah.
Like my arms, I can go behind the back.
Should have subbed you in celebrity shot.
Yeah.
Should have brought you in. That mustache. Should have brought you in. I saw these. So I haven't met these two yet until after the game. But there was a little crowd on the bleachers, some homeless people as well. And I looked over and I saw that mustache mid-game, and I almost stopped and was like, we have to talk about that. Is that a disguise or is that a real thing? But I was in the middle of a battle. I also got a lot of sunscreen in my eye today. I'm Irish, so I burn. So I put a sunscreen on. I got it in my eye. I don't want to make excuses, but I couldn't see anything.
We'll get you a rematch.
Get you a rematch.
I don't know. I think that was a one-time thing.
Lamar took the money and run. He's reinvesting in Honey Dip.
Or how about
Honey
this?
Stick.
Honey
how
Stick.
This?
It was on his shirt.
What's Honey Stick?
It's a vape. And I said, a marijuana one? And he said, for CBDs, vitamins, anything. I'm like, okay. And it's not his. It's a friend's. I was like, Lamar, it should be yours.
How about us three versus Lamar and any two Kardashians?
I didn't mention the Kardashians once today.
Yeah, it's probably a smart move, right?
I was going to introduce him as Chloe's ex-husband.
Yeah.
That's why I was going to introduce him.
That's funny.
I know, but I literally, you watch the video back, I'm introducing him.
And you think
and I look at him, and I'm like, Lamar Odom. That's all.
Last one kind of sent him off the rails.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I said this to Joe when we were watching him.
He's a nice guy, though.
He is. I was saying this to Joe. When he was still married to Chloe, I was in Yard House right here in Marina Del Rey. And that's when all that shit was going on. He's on the Kardashian show. He walked in, his hoodie was pulled so tight, and then he sat down, and you could just see, I'm not speaking for the guy, but you could just see he hated his life.
He did not enjoy
And the minute he left the restaurant, and nobody really noticed, and I saw like, oh, shit, Lamar Odom's here. Same thing. The minute he started walking towards the door, he put the hoodie as tight as he could around. I said, today, he's leisurely just hanging out. He's shooting. I go, if you see, he looks so much happier because he's not under that spotlight.
That's why Pat helped him out. He knew, this is a return to greatness. He threw the game against them. He let him get a win.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I should have let the
helping people. You help Lamar Odom. You help the Dirty Sports podcast. You help the brand.
I appreciate
you, sir.
guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much
for doing it.
This couch is wild. I'm gonna have back problems because I'm old. I got hemorrhoids, but I really.
Don't worry, we got a back book for
Oh
you.
God,
We'll
you have
fix
no
you
clue
right
about that. I got the back stuff. Joe and I have the back stuff taken care of.
That's an inside thing here.
Yeah,
Because of this couch. That's
yeah.
why.
Well, it's
for another day.
Yeah, we'll explain it to you another day.
Tell your brother I said thanks for serving in the military. By the way,
I will.
he made you like a little bit of a bitch there, but in that particular story,
All of his brothers
But I
served in
assume
the
you
military.
respect
Yeah,
him
I
for
come
sure.
from a big family of like my brothers are. My brother went to Air Force. My brother went to West Point. My dad served. It's like they fight all the time about this stupid shit. Army, Air Force, especially when they're
It's
playing.
real beef.
Oh, dude.
Real beef.
And then I'll chime in.
And then they're all on the same team at one point
Yeah.
for when it really
Yeah.
matters, and then it ends. It's real beef.
And then when I chime in, they're like, "Shut up, fag." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just
Yeah.
I'll just go back to being quiet."
Hey, by the way, that word's terrible. You should use another word.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
That was a direct quote.
That was
so.
a direct quote.
Oh, you're quoting.
Yeah.
Do you do
That's
that with
how you
rap
can use it.
songs? Shouldn't. Something to think about.
Pat McAfee,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
for doing it.